Good morning, folks. We are going to see socialism in Russia. The wording is what I'm going to type out. Because when I was typing the PPT, something has happened. That's all political parties were legal in Russia before 1940. You have to discuss everything about the social setup in Russia in the previous class. Today we are entering into the political activities of Russia. We have seen socio-economic situation of Russia. Now we are entering into the political activities of Russia. All political parties were illegal, not permitted to function before 1914 in Russia. The Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded in 1898 by socialists who respected Karl Marx's idea. So, an organization named Social Democratic Workers' Party, that was formed. You know, it is on the basis of a Karl Marx idea. Who is Karl Marx? You see? You can see, I'll show you Karl Marx. This is Karl Marx. This is Frederick Engels. What is the relationship between these two people and Russian Revolution? What is the relationship? See, Karl Marx is an author. He has written two important books along with his friend named Frederick Engels, named Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto. So in those books, or in Das Kapital, he has told, see, the workers give their work to the factory, and whatever the profit earned in the factory should be equally distributed among the workers of the factory. It should not be pocketed by the owner of the party. In nutshell, we say the factory is of the workers, not of the owners, not of the persons who have invested their money for starting a factory. So, Karl Marx ideology. So, there should be no private property. That is the ideology of Karl Marx and Frederick Engels. They were originally born in Germany, but they lived in London and studied in London, lived in London. And books were written when they were in London. So that their ideology is that. So it had to operate as an illegal organization. Which has to operate? This one, Democratic Workers' Party, has to operate as an illegal organization because it was not permitted to function in Russia. But set up a newspaper, they have set their newspaper, mobilized workers and organized strikes. They have not registered themselves. They did not claim themselves as a political party because it is banned. Because if the government comes to know the persons are working for that factory or for that organization, the members will be arrested and put in jail. So publicly they have not claimed of their organization. They secretly did all this activities. Russian socialists felt that the Russian peasant were natural socialists. I have already told you in the previous chapter, previous slide, because they used to pool together all their land and distribute the land among the workers, among the farmers, according to the needs of the person. So that is what is happening. So that's why it is told the peasants are natural socialists. Peasants would be the main force for the revolution, and Russia could become a socialist more quickly than any other. That was because they have already implemented the idea of socialism. Socialism means what? Sharing of wealth equally. Everybody, from from you according to your ability to you according to your means. Whatever your ability you give to society. Society will give you whatever you need. Idea is very good. So that they thought it will be easy to implement in Russia because already they are natural socialists. No need artificially creating a mindset in the mind, in the mind of the people. Mindset is already created, a socialist mindset. Sharing of wealth. That feeling is already created in the mind of Russians because it exists there in the society. Socialists were active in the countryside, villages. And the Socialist Revolutionary Party in 1900. So, revolutionary ideas had come up in Russia. This party demanded that land belonging to nobles be transferred to the peasants. Peasants were telling, we don't want the land to be with the landlord, we are not ready to pay the rent. As I told you, rent is maybe 50%, 80%, whatever it is they decide, sometimes 60%. So that rent, peasants are not ready to. Peasants get the land into their hand. They need not pay rent to the landlord. So whatever they produce will become their property. That is their demand. Social Democrats disagreed with the Socialist Revolutionaries about the peasants. There is another group of people who are not ready to agree with it. They told no, land should be with the landlords. Lenin felt that the peasants were not one united group. Because they were in different areas, they were divided. That is the ideology of Vladimir Lenin, who is said to be the hero of Russian Revolution. That we are going to see him. Given this differentiation within them, they could not be available for the socialist movement. So there are different groups, so many frictions and fractions in the Russian society. Because of that, it was very difficult to have a Russian revolution. The party was divided into Bolsheviks and the Mensheviks. The Russian Socialist Workers' Party was divided into Bolshevik and Menshevik. Bolsheviks are meaning majority, means more members supported the working group people, supported Lenin. Thus, there are others who were called Mensheviks. They were not supporting the revolutionary ideas. They were supporting the evolutionary ideas. So that's the group. So the group led by Vladimir Lenin, they were called Bolsheviks. So sometimes we hear the word Bolshevik Revolution. Russian Revolution will be named as the Bolshevik Revolution because Bolsheviks, the meaning of the word is majority members, which members were led by Lenin. This was led by another person named Kerensky. So Vladimir Lenin and Kerensky, they were two group leaders. So thought that party should be disciplined and they wanted a strict discipline organized in the communist parties. We say they are strictly disciplined. Whatever the head of the party tells, others strictly obey. No disagreement, no questioning back. That is the speciality of a communist party or the Bolshevik party that has come into existence in Russia. The party head tells, everybody obey, whether it is good or bad. They are the Karl Marx and Engels. Karl Marx and Frederick Engels, who have written those books named Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto, who have given the ideological support for a Russian Revolution. Their ideas, the ideas of them were implemented on the ground by Lenin. Lenin is the hero of a Russian Revolution. You can see, this is Kerensky, who was a leader of a minority group Mensheviks. This was Sir Nicholas, the ruler of that time. Sir Nicholas was. Okay, this is Alexander Kerensky, the person who led the Bolshevik revolution, Menshevik revolution, and who was the first Prime Minister of Russia in 1917. This is Vladimir Lenin. This is Joseph Stalin. This Joseph Stalin died in the year 1953. He was the leader of Russia during the Second World War also. From 1924 to 1953, Joseph Stalin was there, and Lenin was there from 1917 Russian Revolution to 1924. So this is Lenin, this is Stalin. Okay. So the 1905 revolution. You see, Russia was autocracy. The Tsar was not subject to parliament. You know, monarchy. Nothing else. He was all in all. All the powers were in the hands of the king. So he was an autocratic ruler. Autocrat means not ready to listen to anybody. So there was no parliament. Everything was decided by the Tsar itself. Liberals, together with the Social Democrats and Socialist revolutionaries, demanded a constitution in 1905. So all sections of the society, liberals, Social Democrats, Socialist revolutionaries, all these three groups joined together and asked the king to give a constitution. You have discussed about the constitution, detailed discussions you have done. You know about what is a constitution, how the constitution in civics we have studied. So they are asking for a constitution. They were supported by nationalist and Muslim dominated areas by Jadidists and wanted modernized Islam to lead their society. So the Jadidists, they wanted a developed society. Muslims also. So Muslims also supported, nationalists also supported. All sections of the society supported or asked for a constitution, but king was not ready. By the year 1905, prices of the essential goods rose quickly, but real wages declined by 20%. Can the wages decline? See, today if you go to market, you get a tomato for 10 rupees. Yesterday the tomato's price is going up to 12 rupees. Your income remains same. Then the balance money that you are able to save is less, or you are not able to procure material that you were procuring early with the same amount. So what happened? Your income has declined 20%. You cannot purchase, you have to spend more money for potato or a tomato. You cannot procure other things which you were regularly procuring with the same amount. So you naturally, the money is insufficient for you. That is why it is called decline. The salary or wages declined. Prices of the materials went up. With 100 rupees you are purchasing something, for the same amount you have to pay 120 rupees or 130 rupees. But your income is only 100 rupees. So you have to reduce the materials that you have to purchase. That is the reason. That's why the price is going above price. That's a problem. So as the price goes up, your income goes up, no problem. The price goes up and the income doesn't go up, you are in trouble. The membership workers of association rose dramatically. So naturally, when this is happening, the membership of the workers associations, so many workers associations, they were very angry and unhappy. Number went up. When 4 members of the assembly, now these working group people, they began to protest against the king. in 1905 were dismissed at the Puttulu Iron Works. There was a call for industrial action. So the workers began to strike in 1904 because one or two were dismissed from the factory. Naturally, all the workers joined to the stopped the functioning of the factory. Naturally, the factory owner has to listen to the words of the workers. Next few days, over 110,000 workers in St. Petersburg on the streets. 110,000 workers. You think they were on the streets, demanding reduction in the working days and to 8 hours. Now I know it is 8 hours working. So they are telling working time should be reduced to 8 hours because these 8 hours were accepted in most of the countries of Europe. And increasing the wages, improvement in working conditions, demanding all those things. 110,000 workers were on the streets of St. Petersburg. So at that time you think 1900, 110,000 people were on the street means how many factories will be closed down? How many workers will be coming together? What all things will be happening in the city? At that time, modern build 110,000 is not, people are plenty, population is more. This is the 19. You must understand. The procession of workers led by Father Gopalan reached the Winter Palace. It was attacked by the police and the Cossacks. Now these workers, 110,000 workers, went to meet the king asking for food or finding solution to their problem under leadership of Father Gapon. They went to the palace, to the Winter Palace, Summer Palace and Winter Palace. In India also, when the Britishers were ruling, we had a summer capital. Shimla was a winter capital, summer capital, and the winter capital was in Delhi. Okay, so the capital issues. Srinagar also there is a change. Jammu and Srinagar, they changed the capitals. So according to the seasons, like that, there was a winter capital was there for the king. So they went to the winter capital, but the people who are born along with Father Gapon were attacked by the king and his soldiers, the police and others. Attacked them, shot them, to see what is happening. Over 1,000 or 100 workers were killed and about 300 wounded. This incident is known as a Bloody Sunday. So, the Sunday when 300 workers were killed, that Sunday is known as a Bloody Sunday in the year 1905. So, that is the beginning of the revolution. Bloody Sunday in the year of 1905. So, now students are coming out. Strikes took place in universities. Students' bodies street walks out, complaining about the lack of facilities. Everywhere protest and problems happened for the government. Lawyers, doctors, engineers and others, middle class workers established the unions. Everybody was forming organizations and protest movements. The SAR allowed the creation of an elected consultative parliament, and Russian parliament is called Duma, and parliament was formed by the king because of the protest of the people and the demand by different groups of the people in the year 1905. Parliament was formed or called by king because he wanted to escape. So many workers were killed. Naturally, there were widespread protests all over Russia. So king wanted to stop that one. So king called the parliament, told we will form a parliament, we will have a discussion. But he was not happy with the parliament. We will see that what happens. During the revolution, all number of trade unions and factory committees were made up of factory workers were declared illegal in 1905. So many organizations were there. All the organizations were declared illegal. Means people should not come together. If anybody comes together, all those members will be arrested and put in jail, or they will be shot dead. Direct action will be taken by the police. Such a kind of steps were taken by the king. You must understand how much people have suffered at that time. How many have sacrificed their life? How many have worked for changes in the society? How many have thought out the plans to change the society? We don't think so much. Our contributions and our sacrifices are very meager when we consider the contributions and sacrifices of the majority of the people in the world to change the society, to make the people in power to accept the changes, accept the reality, do good things to society. Several restrictions were placed in political activities. Political activity means ability to come to power. So struggles, protest, share in the government, nothing of that sort can be discussed or debated in there. Everything was banned by Russian King Tsar Nicholas. You must understand. The Tsar dismissed the first Duma. The parliament that was formed by him was dismissed within 75 days. Re-elected second Duma within 3 months. Then again within 90 days, again formed another Duma. Duma is the name of Russian parliament. Okay. 3 months. Then he did not want any questioning of his authority. That is the natural tendency of the persons who are in power. Those who are in power, they don't want anybody to question them. They are absolutely right. Whatever they do should be accepted and obeyed by everybody. That is the thinking of the persons who are in power. So, Tsar of Russia, he doesn't want anybody to question his authority. So, in Duma, members will ask questions to the parliament, to the king. So, he dismissed the Duma. He changed the Duma. Many new changes he brought in. But the Duma could not. The members who are elected naturally ask the question, why are you doing like this? Why can't you do like this? You are doing wrong, naturally they would say. So, naturally, the king was absolutely unhappy. He changed the voting laws and packed the third Duma with the conservative politicians. Means the landlords and members who will listen to him, who are ready to accept whatever is told by the king. So he formed a third Duma, but the liberals and revolutionaries were not permitted to be members of that Duma. Only those members who supported the king. See the things, changes that happen. So thus the changes in Russia has taken. Okay, thank you very much.